The heavy dependence on fossil fuel as energy source and the inconsistency in light out and light in is a problem in aquaponics. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, welcome again to another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Welcome to my channel. As you can see, uh, no water is being circulated within my aquaponic system. My plants are still covered. They are going on okay. And the planter bed is relatively wet. Uh, yes, I am having problems with the caterpillars. I picked off a few this morning, but the crops are going on okay. Alright, today's share is about power outage and aquaponics. Alright, so I live in Jamaica, right? Jamaica is regarded as a middle income country, which I don't think it is. I think it's less than a middle income country. A country which experiences so much lights out, power outage, um, you know, within a month, um, cannot be regarded as a middle income country. Alright, so this power outage, I wasn't notified of it. Normally, when they have scheduled power outage to clean line or to fix something, they would have actually texted all the customers. Right now, all of my pumps are out, whether it be submersible pumps or air pumps. They are out. That means the ones inside are out also. Right. So therefore, the circulation system within my aquaponics, it's not working that well. Right. Well, it's not working not at all. Right. Um, how do I manage? Keeping my plants up while there's no water. Now, what I try to do, as far as normal day is concerned, is to always keep my plants covered. It's really hot these days, and found out that the more they are exposed to the raw sun without any shade or any covering, they get a little flimsy, and it creates a problem. In the sense that the lettuce just doesn't look all that well. I'm not too liking how the lettuce are looking skinny and all, but I think probably has to do with the type of lettuce I bought in comparison to the one in which I bought first. Right? I bought iceberg lettuce, that was looking really fluffy from the start up until probably 2-3 weeks. It just looks fluffy, right? Yeah. So I am being affected regarding the power outage. So normally when power do go out, it goes out for like 4 hours, 5 hours. Right? Sometimes it might go well, it is minutes after 9 in the morning now. And when light is out, when power is out at this early hour, that means it's not going to be returning until probably about 3 or 4 or even 5 o'clock in the evening. And so that is even more than 5 hours. Right? For my fish, I am not too worried. Well, my fish that is swimming in the other ponds, I am not too worried about them because the aeration in which they have been receiving for the past couple of hours, or last night into this morning, it should provide them with enough oxygen to survive for that amount of power outage, right? Plus, you have the wind that is well. This is kind of zinc is kind of stopping the wind from actually hitting against the surface, but you have the wind, right? Um, you have plants. I have plants, and they are used to it by now. My greatest worry is my aquaponics setup, where my plants now they are not getting the the water to keep them moist. However, my worries was put at bay when I realized that the grow bed or the planter bed is still moist because in reflection mode. Remember that I said that I have a grow bed or planter bed, whatever you call it, of about probably 4 or 5 inches thick, right? So within this 4 or 5 inches thick grow bed, I have water and I have plant waste. So the roots of these plants are relatively being kept moist, and they are able to suffice the plant itself as the power is out until the power comes. When the power comes now, then you know, all of this is plant waste and yeah, all of this is plant waste, guys. I mean fish waste. Right. So we call it solids. Right, and it's coming from the pipe that's coming from the pond. Right, I did a video on that where I share with you that I actually put this apart sometimes and I actually clean it. Right, yeah. So the waste comes through this. That's why I don't really what I call it now, put PVC pipe cement on it, what I call it, tangent, you know, allow it to stick like this. Alright, so coming back to the topic, lettuces are okay because they are being kept moist by the planter bed. You know, the base of the planter bed, although it looks as if it might be a little bit out of water on the top. Who is miserable? The wasp. Because the wasp is not really getting comfortable water or energy. It will just sit on top of the grow bed and will actually consume the water. Now it's going to have to contend with the fishes in the ponds, and you know, run the risk. Well, the fish is not going to consume the wasp, but we run the risk of its wings getting wet, and once the wings are wet, it cannot fly. Alright, so the plants are in the planter bed. There's no water. I mean, the circulation system have actually stopped, and the plants are doing good still. I like how this one is looking really fluffy. As I said before in a previous video, this I think is a different type of lettuce than the rest of them. I think one is Jersey and one is if I'm recalling properly, I think one is Jersey lettuce and one is iceberg. I think this is the iceberg, right? Which is, it looks big. It's giving way to the ball to come in the middle and all that. Right, we'll see when it do matures up. But so far, guys, my lettuce, they are coming. I don't know how long this power outage will be for, but that's it. But you know, I am used to not having circulation like that within my system. This is my bootstrap pond. I look at it at probably every video in which I have because I'm just looking for babies. Alright, looking for babies probably what myself and you would be seeing it for the first time. Alright, so it is important to remember, and they are coming up at the top because you know it's a good amount of them, and light is out. There's no, you know, I call it proper aeration, so they are coming to the top. Anyway, I would be a little bit more worried if they were a little bit larger. Alright, so one of the greatest worries for someone into, you know, this type of farming, let's say hydroponics, would be power outage. Because if you know hydroponics, it's free of fish. You don't have fish, right? Everything is about the water, and you're planting in tubes or some little small spaces, and the water underneath actually has the nutrients in it, and you will top up on the nutrients periodically, and your plants will actually grow without soil. Now the circulation of that water depends on a pump, and that pump depends on electricity, depends on power. Experiencing frequent power outages can damper the progress of your hydroponics setup. So in Jamaica, expecting frequent power outages. Although I don't think I experience frequent power outages, but in Jamaica, experiencing power outages, you would have to set up a backup system, and this is where it gets expensive. You would have to have battery operated um, Delco or something that chips in whenever light goes, so as to keep the circulation of the water within the hydroponics going. The absence of the circulation of water will leave the plants dry, and the plants will die in just a few hours, wilt and die, and there will be nothing that you can do. Unlike my system in aquaponics, it has a grow bed, a planter bed that is saturated with moisture and waste, and they can be like this for a couple hours, if not days, right? But my fish might have a little issue. Probably within the next 2 hours or hours, they might be all at the top gasping. But we'll see what happens there. Probably I'm gonna have to put some plants in it, so as to appease them, so as to give them a little, a little relaxation. The plants, excretes oxygen, and they can actually live with the plants for a bit before they start to consume the plants, right? So hydroponics, if I had a hydroponic system set up, I'd be like scratching my head, right? Because I'd be like wondering, when will when will the lights come back? As I talk about water, my community is set up in such a way that once the light goes, within less than 20 minutes the water will go. And so the tank on my house top actually um is used 24/7 unless it's empty. I do not use water straight from the main because of my fish, right? And because the pressure from the main is really high, and it will actually destroy the pipings within my house. Um, that's it. Have a wonderful day. Bye.